The new dawn shall shine on you too. Greetings and peace to you all. This is Father Thulani Skhosana. For a second, just imagine what it feels like to be deaf. Imagine you see people talking, clapping hands and laughing, but you cannot hear what they are saying. Imagine you are in a room where people are watching a very interesting movie, concentrating and their attention glued to the TV screen, but you cannot follow because you can't hear what is said. Imagine someone trying hard to tell you something, but you don't understand what they are saying because you are deaf. Imagine once again that you yourself are trying to speak with someone, trying to express yourself, trying to voice out your concerns, your sorrows, your joy, your frustration, your happiness, your jokes, your sadness. But no one understands you because you have an impediment in speech and are not able to speak clearly and coherently. This was the challenge of the deaf man we find in the Gospel of today from Mark chapter 7, verses 31 to 37. Today being the 23rd Sunday of Ordinary Time, year B, the 5th of September 2021. The Gospel says that he was a man, not a boy. This means that he had the challenges I mentioned for many years because he was now a man. He was unable to connect well with other people and to have a meaningful relationship with them because he could neither understand them nor be understood by them because he could neither speak nor hear. So even though he stayed with people, he was obviously lonely because his deaf ears and dumb mouth cut him off from people. This poor man must have suffered a lot emotionally. He obviously wanted to be like any other person, to live normally and to live his life fully, but he was incapacitated. This must have brought a lot of pain and torture in his spirit. It must have affected his self-esteem as well. It might have also made him to question his own existence and to wonder why God allowed him to live if his life was going to be nothing but misery and frustration. He must have been everywhere in search of healing without any success. And it is obvious that he had reached a state where he had surrendered now. He had given up and accepted that he is doomed to live like that for the rest of his life. But suddenly, the new dawn shone on him. Jesus came into his life and completely restored him with one command, one word, Ephphatha, be opened. He was deaf, but the command of the Lord, Ephphatha, made him to hear again. He was unable to speak, but the simple command of the Lord, Ephphatha, restored his capacity to speak. He was down and out, demotivated, obviously having a low self-esteem and frustrated by the inability to live his life fully, until the Lord Jesus said one word, Ephphatha, and suddenly he was completely a new man. The new dawn had shone on him. He never knew that this day would ever come in his life, but it did. He must have spent every second of his life wondering if God cares at all and if he would ever be okay at all. But the day of his healing was set by God and it could not be changed. Certainly, it took longer than human patience could normally allow, but the fact remains that the day of restoration set by God came in his life, and his life was never the same again. Are you in a similar situation? Frustrated because you are not able to live your life fully because of some challenge in your life? Are you COVID-19 positive? In quarantine and isolation, cut off from people, just like the deaf man felt cut off from other people? Have you lost your job perhaps, while having a lot of debts to pay, and now wondering how you will survive tomorrow? Are you going through a rough time, perhaps because of divorce, or a sour relationship with your boss at work, or a toxic relationship within your own family? Do you also feel stuck in life and have begun wondering where God is and why He brought you into this world? Have you, like the deaf man, given up in life because no matter what you have done, nothing seemed to work? Have you given up? Well, do not give up. The first reading of today from Isaiah chapter 35, verses 4 to 7 says, "Courage, do not be afraid. Your God is coming to help you." It continues to say, "When that day comes, the eyes of the blind shall be opened, the ears of the deaf unsealed, the lame shall leap like a deer, and the tongues of the dumb sing for joy." It continues to say that water is already gushing in the desert, that there is streams in the dry land, the scorched earth is becoming a lake, and in the parched land springs of water are issuing forth. In brief, this reading is promising you that the new dawn shall shine on you too. The day of your Ephphatah has been set, and it shall come. And when it comes, nothing shall stop it. The same Ephphatah came to the deaf man after many years when he had given up after trying everything, and it restored him completely. It did not come at his own time, at the time he preferred, but it came only at the time that was set by God. The deaf man did not know the day of his Ephphatah, but God did. Your day of Ephphatah too, your day of breakthrough, your day of restoration has been set by God, and it will come. It can be any day from now on. It will not happen before the day set by God. Neither will it happen after the day set by God. It will only happen on the day that was set by God, and when that day comes, nothing shall stop it from happening. So, do not be afraid. God knows you by name. He has heard your cry. He is working behind scenes. He has set the day of your Ephphatah, and nothing shall change that day. Do not be discouraged. Do not give up. Continue to walk in faith and do your best. Be patient and never stop praying. The new dawn shall shine on you too on the day set by God. The day of your Ephphatah has been declared in heaven. Wait for it in faith, in patience, and in hope. The new dawn shall shine on you too.
ukuhlushwa